Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to my new channel. If you want something in particular, comment below, and I will oblige. Thanks again. BMW X7 Road Test. Big and bold BMW X7 is spacious, luxurious and good to drive, but at this price it needs to feel even more special than it does. Strengths. Taking on talented rivals such as the Range Rover Sport, Audi Q7 and Land Rover Discovery. Priced at between £72,195 to £87,280, it's closer to the Range Rover in price, but more on a par with the more spacious Land Rover and Audi for practicality. If you're paying for an imposing presence on the road, then it could be argued the BMW X7 is decent value for money. It's not the most graceful or elegant car, but with its huge front grille, large 21-inch alloy wheels and bluff proportions, it's unlikely to miss or mistaken for anything else. The vast exterior dimensions, it breaks the tape measure at over 5 meters long, translate into a cavernous interior. Unlike many 7-seater models, the BMW X7 is, like the Land Rover Discovery, capable of transporting 7 adults in comfort. Even the 2 seats in the third row offer ample head and legroom. Better still, all the rear seats are electrically powered, meaning stowing and raising them takes little more than the touch of a button. With all 7 seats in place, the BMW X7 has a reasonable 326 litres of boot space, which compares favourably to the 259 litres offered by the Land Rover Discovery, but lags behind the 451 litres of the Volvo XC90. The tables are turned when all the rear seats are lowered, the BMW X7 trailing the Land Rover's 2,406 litre capacity by 286 litres. As you'd expect for such an expensive car, the BMW X7's interior looks very smart and is beautifully finished. If we have a criticism, is that at this level the cabin should feel more special and bespoke. Look around and you'll see the design is very similar to the much cheaper X3 and X5 models. Still, there's no denying the quality. Merino leather is standard and covers the seats, door trims and dashboard, and the amount of kit, plus the fact the layout works extremely well. The dashboard is dominated by a pair of 12.3-inch TFTs, one for the dials ahead of the driver, the other a centrally mounted TFT screen. The latter is easy to operate, features crisp graphics and pairs seamlessly with most mobile phones. On top of that, it has BMW's gesture functionality, which allows you to swipe through menus and adjust the volume with a wave of your hand. It works surprisingly well, but is just a little gimmicky. Of course, the high-tech approach extends to the way the BMW drives, although it's worth bearing in mind that many of the autonomous driving aids are optional extras. A surround view camera, active parking aid and a reversing assistant are standard, but you'll need to fork out for the technology pack to access to the full adaptive cruise control. This not only maintains a gap to the car in front, but will control throttle and brakes in slow-moving traffic and steer the car on the motorway, allowing you to take your hands off the wheel for up to 60 seconds if conditions are favorable. When you do take control, you'll find the BMW X7 is impressively composed and agile for such a big machine. Its precise steering and the lofty driving position allowing you to place the car accurately. It also delivers unexpected agility, allowing you to thread it through a series of corners with pace and confidence, although you're always acutely aware of the vast dimensions. However, the caveat here is that all the versions we've driven have been fitted with the optional integral active steering, which is essentially a 4-wheel steering setup. By steering the rear wheels as well as the fronts, it creates a tighter turning circle and helps the BMW X7 feel a lot more wieldy. Fortunately, the air suspension setup is standard, which means you get the same cushioned ride whatever version you choose. It's easily a match for the equally comfortable Land Rover Discovery. You can also raise the ride height for some light off-roading, or lower it for easier passenger and luggage access, with those in the third row comfortably accommodating adults. Entry-level 10.7 also has smallest wheels for marginally improved ride, although all models effortlessly soak away bumps. Best for performance, BMW X7 M50D, the 395 bhp M50D comfortably takes the honors here, its mammoth turbo diesel engine helping it to sprint from 0 to 62 miles per hour in just 5.4 seconds. One to avoid BMW X7 xDrive 40i Sport. Buyers still have question marks over diesel engines, but in big SUVs they still make more sense than petrols. As evidenced by the 40i's sub-25 mpg economy, understanding BMW X7 names, trims M Sport, the X7 is available in either standard or M Sport gussies. Both are lavishly equipped, but the M Sport gets a number of aggressive-looking visual enhancements. Transmission's xDrive. xDrive is BMW speak for four-wheel drive. On smaller X SUVs there is also a two-wheel drive S-Drive option. Gearbox Sport Auto. Sport Auto is the BMW's 8-speed automatic with steering wheel paddle shifters for manual gear changes. It's the only unit on the X7. BMW X7 engines, petrol, 40i, diesel, 30D, M50D. Currently there are 3 engines, well, technically 2, but one is available in 2 states of tune. You can choose from on the X7. Expected to be the best seller and arguably the best suited to the refined and comfortable BMW is the 30D. Essentially the same 3.0-litre twin-turbo 6-cylinder diesel that's used in everything from the 3 Series saloon through to the X5 and X6, this lusty and refined unit is fine all-around performer. With 261 bhp it loses out to the 282 bhp Audi Q7 and 302 bhp Range Rover Sport 3.0 SDV6 in the power stakes, but with a muscular 620 Nm of torque and claimed 0 to 62 mph sprint in 7.0 seconds, it's hardly a shabby performer. In fact, in most situations it delivers all the acceleration you'll need, the slick 8-speed automatic gearbox always finding the right gear at the right time. And while its claimed fuel economy of between 32.8 and 33.6 mpg might not look impressive on paper, it's not half bad for an off-roader weighing the thick end of 2.5 tons. Of course, if you need more performance, there's always the M50D. Using a heavily modified version of the 30D's 3.0-litre engine, it delivers an impressive 395 bhp and a thumping 760 Nm of torque, which means this 2,460 kg SUV can accelerate in a sports car humbling 5.4 seconds, and were you to find yourself on a German autobahn it would hit an electronically limited 155 mph. Only the 429 bhp Audi SQ7 can carry 7 people faster. What's more, it's barely any less efficient than the X7 30D, although we're not sure the M50D's performance gains justify its £15,000 price premium over the standard car. When it comes to big SUV models, the diesel engine is still king, but that hasn't stopped BMW adding a petrol to the X7 lineup. There's no denying the smooth and near-silent turbocharged 3.0-litre 6-cylinder powering the X740i has the edge on refinement over the diesel versions, but on the road and in real-world conditions it feels no faster than the X730D yet struggles to return more than 25 mpg. Unless you really don't want a diesel, then this one is best avoided. 3-inch TFT screens take care of the sat-nav and an entertainment system that runs both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. There's a full-length panoramic roof, 7 electrically heated and powered seats, a 4-zone climate control, parking sensors, LED headlamps and keyless entry. The M Sport gets all of this, but swaps the standard car's external chrome trim for gloss black inserts, plus gets its own style 2-tone 21-inch wheels that cover an upgraded M Sport braking system. Inside there are plenty of M Sport touches, including a bespoke steering wheel, pedals and trim. If nothing else, the M Sport's less showy trim materials on the outside take the edge off the X7's vast and ostentatious front grille. Step up to the M50D and you'll find it gets all the same bits as the M Sport, but with the addition of a special twin-exit exhaust, even larger 22-inch alloy wheels and, inside, a Harman Kardon sound system. As with any BMW, there's an options list that's as long as both your arms and legs combined. However, the best value is found in some of the packs, which bundle together popular options. For instance, the technology package adds all the autonomous driving and safety kit, plus a head-up display and an upgraded hi-fi. Go for the premium package and you'll add heated and cooled cup holders. Who knew you needed them? 5-zone climate control and seats that have ventilation and a massage function. Oh, and there's also heated door armrests. Yes, really. BMW X7 reliability and warranty. The BMW X7 is an all-new model that's only been in showrooms for a very short while, so it's difficult to judge its reliability just yet. However, it shares lots of its components and engineering with established models such as the X5 and X6, which it's fair to say haven't been stellar performers in Auto Express Driver Power Customer Satisfaction Survey. That said, this is often more to do with owners' lofty expectations for a premium brand like BMW rather than any inherent weaknesses with the car. In terms of warranty, BMW's 3-year cover is pretty standard for the industry, but it goes one better than most by not setting a mileage limit during this period. Used BMW X7. The BMW X7 has only just hit new car showrooms, so there are currently no used examples on BuyerCar. However, over the next few months more to appear, with most of these being pre-registered or low-mileage dealer demonstrators. Given that BMW expects the X730DM Sport to be the biggest seller, albeit still in relatively small numbers, then it'll be this model that's most popular on used forecourts. And that's no bad thing, because it's the best engine and gearbox combo, while the M Sport styling changes reduce the slightly garish look of the chrome-laden standard car. Given that big premium brand SUVs tend to depreciate heavily early in their life, the X7 is likely to represent a decent used buy for those wanting a full 7-seater with a dash of luxury and on-road composure. Whether it's worth the extra premium over, say, an equally practical and lavishly finished Land Rover Discovery is open to question though.